I've just acquired a coffee. I have been absolutely loving this song at the moment. Down, I'm ready gotta go instead. Right, on a real podcast time. Episode 1 of Gym.end A, my little podcast where I drive and we chat. A lot of things have happened. So for the first episode, I thought I'd do like a little weekly review. Oh no, Kevin's calling me. Hiya Kevin, you okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, listen, just to let you know, I've got 2 keys for this BM,
Yeah, that's keys. Right. No, that's great. It's definitely a good upgrade. I'll make a note of it. A lot has happened in the first week of my little 12-week lock-in, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'd kick off Driven by Amy with some great stories from my interest in life. Is it I've got something in my eye. There's nothing worse driving with a hair in your eye. 3 goals for lock-in, 100,000 followers. I know it's ambitious for 12 weeks, but I guess it puts you on that path of consistency. I want to be able to employ the staff, call centre staff. I actually am wondering now, with the redirection, we'll chat about that, that's happened with Motor Kiwi, if that is actually the goal. Maybe just being able to make a consistent wage, because I don't feel like we're quite there yet. I'm reinvesting a lot of time and money into Motor Kiwi. And then the third one was to get toned and shredded, because I've been going to the gym now for 3 years and I've never really locked in and got a routine that I've stuck with and been consistent, so I'm going to do that now. So Motor Kiwi, let's jump in. Obviously, if you don't know, I am starting a vehicle sales platform for prestige vehicles called Motor Kiwi. My family business has always been in the motor trade. My dad, he runs Motorhome Pig, and that in itself is a vehicle consignment platform for motorhomes, doing super well, really proud of him. And it's inspired me to do my own thing. And I've spent the last 2 years setting this up. I've built everything from scratch myself. So, built it up, got to the point where I was trying to find a way to make money quickly. Honestly, this week I was like, it's been a bit of a quiet December. Let's absolutely grind through January. Let's put everything into it. Week 1 I thought I'd be way more busy, but actually I've taken 5 steps back and took a whole new direction. Summertime, I was kind of taking on any vehicle, because obviously I do consignment. To try and build up the funding I need to make Motor Kiwi what I want it to be and where I want it to be, I need to have some income and some funding. I do this full time. There's obviously bills to pay, and I do want to get some savings to make it better and be able to bring more people on board. And just at the end of the day, investment and funding really do help businesses. What's the fancy terminology? Find the capital? I don't know. Anyway, to do so, I've been doing vehicle consignment, which is essentially sale or return. My service is a private assisted sale. Obviously, you keep your vehicle, and I do all the hard work for you. I really enjoy it, but because obviously I wanted to get a portfolio together and I wanted to make it work, I have been literally taking on since summer every single vehicle that wants to work with me. The downside of that is that some people, I've had one person go behind my back and sell the car, so that has obviously opened up a new can of worms of how can I still cover myself so I'm not losing money, but also offer a service that people enjoy. And then I've had a lot of inquiries, probably over 400 inquiries from ads and things that have just been duds and not quite the stock I want, or the customers, we're going at a point where I'm saying no upfront fee, we'll get you the most for your money. It's bringing a lot of the wrong kind of clientele, people that literally just use Motor Kiwi for free advertising. And obviously I'm just paying to advertise somebody's car and not selling it because they want too much money for it. So there was quite a few loopholes, and over December it was really quiet. I spent a lot of time trying to learn computer programming, thinking that doing the website up would be the key I needed. Anyway, in an absolute rush of what the hell do I do today, on Wednesday I decided to do some deep research, which got me insanely overwhelmed. It was an unproductive day on paper, but it was the turning point I needed, and I'm now going to focus on just prestige cars, collector cars, rare cars. I might not have 100% knowledge in that industry, right? I've just seen a convertible Range Rover. Who buys that? Rather than focus on everything and anything, focus on the things that I've got higher commission, the things that I'm interested in, and it's the kind of clientele that'll benefit from Motor Kiwi's service more than everybody else. So as such, a big win for Motor Kiwi is the new direction. 100%. Monday and Tuesday, they were just catch up on inquiries, to be honest. I had loads to go through, and obviously it's just myself on the phones, so it takes a while to talk to everybody. There was probably over 300 inquiries that came in over Christmas from ads and organic and website and SEO and social media. So there's a lot to go through. I've just literally been to one of those successful leads. I've got another one signed, massive win. They signed yesterday night, and I'm hoping a few more come through. So that means obviously our marketing efforts are working. I think on Wednesday and Thursday, because I weren't as 100% productive as I thought, it's kind of taught me that little setbacks actually, they like, you know, it's kind of taught me little setbacks aren't the end of the world. It's just part of the story, and it's one of those things that help the wins stack up. So if you feel like you're taking 10 steps back, sometimes you've got to do that just to get to where you want to be. Because those 10 steps back could put you on a new path that blows up 10 times more than what you're already doing. You're working really hard at something, it's not working, try a different way. It's not the end of the world. It's all part of the process and part of learning. One of my favourite quotes, one of my favourite quotes is rejection is just redirection, and I follow it a lot in life because obviously people are going to say no to you, situations aren't going to work out, and if that situation's not working, it's just showing you that that's not the path you need to take. You know, you're taking aligned action, you're giving things a go, you've just got to see rejection or things not going that way, setbacks, as showing you a new way to do stuff. There's a Fiat 500 doing 30 on the motorway. This isn't ideal, and I can't move over because everyone's overtaking me. Do you not think that the Porsche Macans look a little bit like Ford Cougars? One thing that's good to remember as a sense of Motor Kiwi, and especially going into this like 12-week lock-in, is that I am building this business from nothing. Like a lot of companies that go big, they have investors, they have funding, they have like people backing them. And for me, I've got, you know, the knowledge and expertise from my dad, but at the end of the day, I'm in this on my own, like financially building it from profits. And, you know, I'm building it from a lot of determination, a lot of ambition, trial and error. Let's get past this lorry. This week, perfect example of that. Signed up 2 more private assisted sale vehicles, had a new direction that's put me onto a much better path. Looking at bringing on business partners. I've got a couple of meetings lined up with a few people. But yeah, I think that this is just the next step for Motor Kiwi is I need some more expertise and some more knowledge in the areas I don't have it to bring it to the level that we want. And there's so many ideas in the pipeline that I can't wait to share. So just keep watching because, you know I'm onto something and work as hard as I can to make sure that it gets where I want it to be. Probably something else big this week, like I mentioned, I've started motocross. So the idea in my head, which sounds actually a bit stupid now I know more about motocross, was that, oh, what's going on here? I need to move over. Why do people just sit in your blind spot? Oh, it's a Fiat 500 today. Today I've had so many issues with Fiat 500s on the roads. Sounds a little bit stupid when I say it out loud now, but with motocross, I want to get a road bike, but I don't want to ride it in the UK because I know how dangerous it is, like I'm not stupid. And yeah, so going into it, I was like, get a motocross bike. If I drop that, not the end of the world, could be something fun to do on a weekend. I did not understand how physically demanding this sport is, how bloody expensive it is, and how obsessive and addictive it is, because I'm hooked. I've been out once, so I went to Fat Cats last week, and whoa, big puddle. And that track is not for beginners. And yeah, I've got a 125. I bought a 125. My dad was like, get a 125, 85 won't be, it won't be any good. You need a 125. At some point, I'm sure he would try to convince me to get a 250. Anyway, we've got an 85 as well, because my dad was potentially going to start doing it with me. But I've ended up just using the 85 to get the hang of it. I've done down at Bumpy's a day training like gears, figured that out. And then I booked in my theory for my road bike licence. Been looking for a hobby, so the last year my life took a little bit of a turn and I've been trying to find a hobby so that I can just do on my own and enjoy. Tried MMA, absolutely loved it, but I've kind of fallen out of it a little bit and just not got the time. Been doing pole dance and I enjoy it, but it's just not something I can see myself like doing a full, like being obsessed with. Got on a motorbike. I should have known. I've always had like a little bit of a soft spot for like cars and bikes. I should have known the second that I got into this it was going to be a thing. And I feel like there needs to be more places and it's spoken about more about how the hell you get into this sport, because I'm going into it with a dad who only knows road bikes, has zero interest in motocross or motorsport, and we've got a van and that's about it. You rock up at Fat Cat and it's like everyone, even the kids, have got these vans with like jet wash in the back and all these toolboxes and fancy stands, and I'm like, I've got a bike that I can stand up on the side of the van and I've got some gear. Best part is I forgot my boots on the first day. Anyway, bitched out at going on the 125. Do you know what? I'm glad I went to see what it looked like at like a high level, because I'm pretty sure those were racing. And if it weren't for going there, I wouldn't have found Jordan at 331 MX coaching. He did like a training day that I went to yesterday. Oh, that was so much fun. Truthfully, gets on the bike and I'm like shitting it. Inside I'm thinking, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm either gonna fall off, I'm gonna hate it. And everyone's just going around the track. They all get on this track and I'm in the kids group. These kids are like 5 and 6 and these tiny little bikes. I'm thinking, I'm only on my 85. I was like, if I get confident, bring the 125 out. I was shitting it. Gets on the track and goes round once and I'm like, this is hard. And I'm sat down and it's wobbling and shaking about. The ground's frozen. It was an experience. Anyway, after I did that, I was like a bit, So then it was in 30-minute increments. So you're on the track 30 minutes and he took the adults out. So I go watch this next group going and I'm looking and I'm thinking, bloody hell, they all know what they're doing. Bearing in mind, this adults group has got kids on there, like little kids, flying around it, popping wheelies. I'm like, mate, I can't do that. So I'm wondering what my coaching moment's going to be like in this group, because they're all just there and it looks hectic. Anyway, he's like saying we need to learn how to stand up. So I'm thinking, I've now got to stand up on this bike that I'm barely even confident riding, that I've just figured out how to put into gear. Gets on it. Do you know what? I listened. I'm really, really bad at overthinking while learning. I think that's what put me back a bit with MMA. It's like I overcomplicate it in my head and I'm trying to work it out. But it's like, stand up, squeeze your knees, this is how you need to be, your attack position, get your arms up, chest over the bars, blah, 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 blah. It worked. I didn't fall off. I actually didn't fall off once through the whole day. There were a couple times I nearly had a moment. There was one time I did drop the bike in a rut, like I got stuck in the rut and the bike fell over. Not the end of the world, picked it back up again, got it started. The worst bit of the day was me stressing over trying to get the bike into gear. It just wouldn't go into neutral. And then kick-starting it. It's all a learning curve. There was one point I got stuck on the track and forgot you can move the bike by pulling the clutch in if it's not in neutral. So I just stood there and all these kids are going around me. I'm just stressing. I'm like, I can't do it. I said to my dad, I'm like, Dad, I can't do it. The bike's broken. The gears aren't working. Anyway, so I am going to get a 1-to-1 booked in with Jordan. I've been chatting to this other guy, Ashley. I'm going to try and get a 1-to-1 in with him as well towards the end of Feb. I don't think it's going to be like an every single day thing. I'm in the process of looking for a van, because I know my dad is super busy, can't take me all the time. So it might not be something I'm going to be doing a lot right now, but I'm obsessed and addicted. I just want to learn it. I want to get back out there. I had a moment before I went on the track, like I'm just sat on the bike looking, revving it, keeping it, trying to stop it from stalling. And I'm like, there's a moment here I've thought, this could either go really well or really, really bad. There is definitely something about motocross though. Being able to throw yourself into such a traumatising sport with like zero experience, zero knowing what you're getting into, that just shows you how much you can actually do mentally, and you've got what it takes. And it's boosted my confidence in so many aspects of my life. I've never been a shy person, I'm outgoing and I'm confident, but just getting on that bike, not knowing anybody, not knowing what I'm doing, literally rocking up with a bloody van, a motocross bike, some boots, helmet and gear, and just doing it and actually doing it, it just proves you can bloody do anything. Like, life is too short to sit crying about things. Like, just get up and go do it. My favourite line of life is just say, yeah, do it for the plot. If it's a crazy story, do it. If it doesn't work out, like, for example, MMA might not be my main focus right now. Don't get me wrong, I'd still love to do a cage fight, but I freaking went and did an interclub. I went and got in the cage in front of people and fought a girl. Like, how many people can say they've just gone and done that? It just shows what you could do when you put your mind to something. I guess another good point to mention is like midweek crash that I had. Obviously I had that little moment on Wednesday, Thursday where, do you know what, it was probably fuelled from a place of, sorry boys, but time of the month, period came, and your hormones are all over the show. And then just stressing about, is my business going to work? Is this idea shit? Does anyone actually care? My competition's huge. And I was like, having this absolute crash thinking it's all going to fail. What I think really helped is I took myself out the office for a walk. I was like, do you know what, you've spent all morning researching, go for a walk and put all those ideas you've got now into action, write them on a list. So I've opened my notes app while I'm walking, I'm just writing all these things down, and I thought, do you know what, recently reconnected with somebody I knew from years ago. I was like, I'm just going to drop a message. They too are starting their own business, and I was like, one thing I'm lacking right now is people around me that get it. So I thought I need a group of founders or a group of people that are like-minded that get where I'm coming from with this. So I just reached out to him. I was like, listen, I know you're starting up your own business. Let's chat, because I find it so lonely trying to do all this on my own. Work from home every day. Obviously, you know, I'm grinding, grafting. All I do is work from home and go gym. Oh my God. I hate driving through big puddles. I just felt so inspired after talking to people. Similar mindset to me. So that was really nice. It really boosted me, and I think when you're in a low place, it's just about reaching out to people, and it is okay to ask for help. I'm not someone that tends to ask for help first thing. Like, I try to figure it out on my own because of the way that I've been brought up. I'm very independent. So it was nice to reach out and chat to some other people, and hopefully I've made some really good contacts, because, you know, you're all there to help each other as time goes on. We're all in the same boat at the end of the day. So yeah, I had one of those, who even am I, what am I even doing, is this all going to fail moments for Motor Kiwi, for starting a business. And then thanks to a few things that I put into play, it all just kind of clicked into place. It's horrible, like when you dedicate your entire life, like you quit your job and the only thing you've got going for you is this one business you try to start, everything lies on that, you know, like income, literally almost your identity relies on this one thing you try to build. And I'm grateful for the position I'm in, but it is scary. Like, your entire identity just gets put onto this one thing, this one idea, and when you start questioning, is this a bad idea? The mental strength you have to take to get yourself back on track for it to click back. But do you know how amazing I feel now, like knowing I got through that? All these little things I feel like in my life recently adding up, and I'm building this self-discipline, this self-respect, just to make me into a stronger person, and it's exactly what I needed. After the year I had, the breakup I went through, the full-on identity crisis after that breakup, these are the things I needed to get me back on track and bring me into a much more mature, level-headed person that reaches for those goals and, you know, is so secure in herself. She never got to rely on anybody else to fill that void, if you get me. Only the really part of my life I've not spoke about is my gym split. So I've never, like I said, cracked down on one particular consistent routine for the gym. I've tried to cut, but it's been really unhealthy. I had an autoimmune disorder. I'm in remission for it now, touch wood, it stays that way. My body was under so much stress and it wasn't healthy, and I weren't seeing results. I was inflamed, stressed, tired, trying to set up a business, it wasn't working in my favour. This time going into it, because of all that, and obviously after just training because I enjoy it and finding what I love, I've decided to go in for a cut, because I've always wanted abs. I nearly had them, and I went to America and put on like nearly 10 kg in 2 weeks. The American diet is not for the faint-hearted. I had a split purely for aesthetics, to tone up my arms a bit. There was this one photo, went out with the girls to the bloody Acapulco in Halifax. On Christmas Eve, the one bloody night I go out, and the photographer finally gets a photo of us, and I will never a night out get a photo, because you know you're going to up on the bloody Instagram or something in the morning, and I feel the Acapulco's the last Instagram one I end up on. And my arm, I looked at it, I was like, my arm looks fat. So yeah, put one light upper session into the mix, and then 2 glute days, got my pole dance on a Friday, hopefully keeping that up. And then a rest day, and rest over the weekend, like active rest. I was like going swimming or maybe going for a walk or something. My cut's 1,800 calories a day. I think after having glandular fever as well, mono, last January, it's taken a year to get that back right and also get back right from that really dodgy cut. So I just want to be healthy and I want to do it properly. The next best part is, obviously I've got this 125. My legs are quite strong. Upper probably needs some work. I never thought I'd be planning my gym split around a 125 motorbike, but here we are. I'm going to slightly tweak it for more strength focused again. So I used to do like strength conditioning days for MMA. Now I'm going to tweak my gym routine to get that upper strength. So I've got a little bit more control on the bike when I'm on it, a little bit core, rather than just aesthetics, actually get strong, and then I can feel badass as well while I'm at it. So if you want my full gym split, I'll put the updated ones here now, because I cannot remember what I've changed it to, but these are my workouts that I'm doing, and it's really focused on just building the core stability that I need, the upper body strength to push and manoeuvre the bike, and also the legs as well, you know, for like grip and staying on the bike. So that's my new motocross / big bum and abs training routine. So hopefully the first time I get out on the track properly, maybe popping some jumps out, I'll be able to hold the 125 properly. So first week of the gym split, it went really well. I did actually hit everything, minus one ab day, but at the end of the day, being a woman and having a period is actually difficult. And I know people laugh and, you know, like guys are like, oh, haha, it's, you know, and it's not even that bad, you just bleed. Listen, the hormone swings, like the hormone changes you get, it literally changes the way you train. Honestly, being a woman in the gym, you don't even realise it took me ages to gather the fact that I weren't losing progress, it was just time of the month. Different parts of your cycle, you're going to be stronger and weaker. So this first week, it's been the worst part of my cycle to start something. So I actually listened to my body. One thing I would not have normally done when I was going through my little heartbreak, focus on yourself period. I'd push myself too far and too hard, hoping that I'd see results and, you know, oh my God, look, I'm doing so much better now. But no, now I listen to my body. I wouldn't say I'm going as far as some people with cycle syncing, but certainly hit every single gym day, but I just tweaked it. Like, I didn't go as heavy. I feel like the only day that I truly pushed really hard was motocross yesterday, because I did not realise how bloody hard it'd be. Like, these are the stats from motocross, and the strain, I was out of breath and I was sweating, and it was like 0 to 2 degrees. I was sweating, like literally my goggles were like misting up and everything. I was boiling. I give it to all those people that do motocross like weekly. Wow, you guys gonna be in some good shape, because that was physically demanding as hell. One thing I've learned about myself this week is how proud I am that I can actually just go out there and do something, and I can turn those little crashes, the speed bumps, into something more positive. And it's just changing your mindset. I think a big part of playing the game of the world is the way that your mindset is. So if you can change your mindset, you can unlock pretty much everything. I've taken Motor Kiwi in a whole new direction, looking at getting those business partners, and I'm super excited about it. I just can't wait, and I feel like things are falling into place. And even though every single day might not be perfect, I'm loving it and I'm enjoying it, and that's the main thing. As long as you live every day to its full potential and you enjoy it, it don't really matter what happens in the day, does it? As long as you're getting 1% better, they say, or progressing forwards. So there's the first week of my 12-week lock-in. So if you've watched to the end, thank you. I hope I've inspired you. I'm going to try and show what it's actually like to start a business, because I feel like a lot of people show that I've started a business and it's going well, but not the grind beforehand, the boring bit essentially. Do you know what? It's not boring. Every single day I'm learning something new. Oh, I missed out actually. There's one other thing I did. Another episode of Amy Learns to Be a Mechanic. So I'm currently trying to look for mechanics that want to help me. So if you know anybody that fancies getting some free social media content, or, you know, like a little bit of help with marketing, send them my way, because I'm trying to learn more mechanicking skills. I want to understand more about the mechanical and performance side of cars. So yeah, hopefully can get some more mechanicking content sorted. Anyway, that's all. That has been my week. So I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to go away now. Chilled out one for Sunday. Get ready for tomorrow. It has been lovely talking to you.